What's up, Bulls Nation? Peck here. We got a live CHGO Bulls postgame coming up for y'all right around the corner. Bulls beat down the Brooklyn Nets 128-102, taking advantage of a injury-plagued squad. And wow, career night for Bulls rookie Matas Buzelis. We're going to break down that and more coming up next on postgame. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls _Peck. That's Big Dave. Bow! Bow! BAWL Sports. Check the ring.
Championship ring.
Whose ring is that? It's Uncle Will's, four-time NBA champ, man in the middle, Will _Perdue 32.
3P ring.
And on the controls, the ones and twos, the one and only, Sarah Bear. What up, Sarah?
Hello.
That's a Bulls win, Sarah.
That is a Bulls win.
Get that. Bulls win. Come on, hit it, Sarah. Bulls win. Hit it again while I got the ring up.
Sound a little constipated.
Bulls win. I'll do it for the fans and Will Perdue for winning 3 of these. Bulls win. Not constipated. Come on, Will. Look what I'm wearing. Please.
Underwear?
You can't tell me nothing. Well, luckily that's
Big Dave's wearing a Bulls championship ring
yes,
right now.
Yes, I am,
y'all.
man. You can't tell me a thing right about now. This thing is heavy. This thing is not small or minuscule. This thing is pretty heavy right here, man. Which finger did you wear this on, Will?
The one that I had the broken knuckle.
Oh.
What do you call this finger? It's not the number one finger.
The middle finger?
The middle
No.
The index finger?
Oh, the ring finger.
The ring finger.
Put it on the ring, yeah.
Yeah.
I rock it on the pinky, baby. You did. We rock the pinky rings out here. You know what I mean? I couldn't see. This is why I couldn't do it. If I had 3 of these, Will, do you know how long I'll be walking around my house with 3 of these on all the time? Just walking, and you got 4.
You know what else
you couldn't tell me nothing. What?
You'd be missing some fingers.
Worth it. Why are you in my house?
Yeah. Well, Will, I think if one of your championship rings goes missing soon, culprit / suspect number 1.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, don't let Matt fool you. All right.
He's gonna be like
He'll happily rock this.
he's gonna be like Newman and Kramer when they took the dog out into the. Everybody else is gonna act nervous, and when you knock on Dave's door, he's gonna open and go,
God.
"What took so long?"
You could try, Marcellus. You could try.
Yeah.
Put in the
Marcellus,
effort.
I need Dave to take that ring off, dog.
I'm gonna need you to put in the effort, son.
It's his.
Put in the effort
Hey.
to get it.
I'm curious about. See what Alexander wrote.
Yeah.
Is that even gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
What, some Giddey love from
Yeah.
me? Sure. Yeah, somebody I saw tweeted at us about it, too. He had his first Bulls career triple-double tonight.
Shout out to that young man.
I'll give him some love for that.
To him,
Josh
man.
Giddey. You want to start with Giddey? Fine, let's start with Giddey.
Is that not his second?
his
That's
first
his
year.
first Bulls,
Yeah.
Bulls
No,
career
I don't
triple-double.
mean. I know he's had plenty, but that's. I
A
thought he
few,
got one.
a few games ago, he was close. I think he finished with 9
Yeah.
Didn't they
assists.
take an assist away, or didn't something happen?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly right.
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
But so, yeah, he finishes with 20, 13, and 11 for his first Bulls triple-double. Also 5 turnovers and 1 of 8 from downtown.
Mhm.
But yes, kudos to
he
Josh
had to go
Giddey.
there.
Classic Matt.
I'm just saying. You know what? I will give him credit. I saw him get a strip steal and take that coast to coast for a dunk.
Yeah.
There was proof of life in the Josh Giddey NBA defense category this evening.
He also stepped in the passing lane and got one.
And he had a block as well.
I will give it to Giddey. It was one of his better games tonight.
I believe I've seen enough. Sign Giddey to the max contract.
Don't you dare. Don't even joke about that.
Look at him. Hat throw after a win. It's 5 minutes in.
It wasn't a hat throw after a
and
win. It was a
win.
hat throw after a max signed Giddey to a max
Oh, my
comment.
goodness. Go
I
ahead.
may be late to the party, but I really like that.
What's that?
Giddy up.
Giddey. Oh, yeah.
Giddy
He went
up.
to the party. But it's
Giddy
cool.
up.
It's all right.
Still stylish. You Will Perdue, you ain't never late.
Fashionably late.
Oh, and big shout out to Will Perdue for having me up in the BMO Club today again. That was fun. Had Jake with us
Hang out with
also.
Uncle Will. You got perks on perks.
Perks on perks on perks. Had Jake with us. Shout out Jake coming out and hanging out with us, man.
Jake?
That was a fun time. And shout out to Will Gottlieb, who came up to the BMO Club as well.
Go.
So Goat got to come hang out. And then when Goat came in and hung out, we went and met a fan of the show because remember I put out on Twitter. Hey,
I did see. Yeah.
Come hang out.
Who was the fan?
The fan. I'm Daddy Will.
Okay.
Good fan. Shout out to my man Taylor, who came out, man, all the way from Virginia Beach. It was his first Bulls game. It was his very first Bulls game.
First ever Bulls game?
First ever Bulls game. And he said he's a huge fan of the show. He's a huge fan of what we do. He said he loves the ad reads. He wants to watch more wrestling. He loves Will. He loves you. He watches all the time, man. And this was his first time being here. So I brought Go with me to come meet him. Go came with me to meet him, man. And that was a great time. Tried to get Will Perdue, but he big timed us. But
No.
joking. That's a joke.
I was still eating.
Yes, that was a joke. But yeah, man, it was great meeting the fans out there. I tried to come see Ramina. She was up in the suite, but they wouldn't let me on that. They wouldn't let me on that floor. I didn't have Will Perdue with me.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't let me in on the floor, man. So, but yes, had a great time. It was great seeing Taylor out there and meeting him, bro. And shout out to you. Hope you had a great time.
Shout out to you, Taylor. Our guy Flipside saying, Josh Giggity Goo, Fantasy Cast Podcast. Can Josh Giddey give us a dunk that doesn't look like he's reaching for a can of soup from the top shelf? That is a little harsh.
Tough, Will. Big
Matt
tough.
Noonan saying Giggity triple double means y'all need to try some kangaroo jerky. Is that legit? Like
Is this the
jerky
thing?
made out of
I don't know,
kangaroo
but it's,
meat?
how about we try some Vegemite?
I have tried
A
Vegemite.
Vegemite sandwich.
Not a fan. It is a weird condiment.
I remember,
Heard it
Andrew,
came from a land down under.
I played
does.
with Andrew Gaze for a year.
Okay.
So, of course, like all Americans, I'm like, what is Vegemite? He goes, it's shit. Even he didn't like it.
Yeah, I had a tough time putting my finger on what it tasted like, but whatever it wasn't working for me.
Not a fan.
You know, not to yuck someone else's yum. Whatever works for you.
Yeah, if you're rocking with it, go ahead. It's all good.
Will would rather eat friggin' steamed Brussels sprouts than jardiniere.
Oh, here we go.
Jake had Brussels sprouts while we were there. We had a whole conversation
Wait,
about how
wait,
Jake
wait,
loves
wait.
Brussels sprouts.
They serve Brussels sprouts at the United Center.
At the BMO Club, they do.
Why?
Because they were off the chain. Jake was like, you're right, I love Brussels sprouts. He was like, when you cook, man, he was like, I love them. They're so good. I'm like, yeah, I know. They're delicious. Yeah. This guy.
Okay. Well, Uncle Will, what are your thoughts on the game we saw from Giddey tonight? His first Bulls triple double. Can't believe we're starting with this over Matas. Fine, whatever.
Because it's a triple.
Fine, whatever.
It's a triple double.
Triple double.
Whoop-de-doo.
Listen. At least you're in a good mood tonight.
Fair point. That's a fair point, man. That's a fair point.
What we don't know is because we weren't here to moderate how many of those beverages he had.
Embracing chill?
Yeah.
How much of the chill did he embrace?
Always embrace the chill, Will.
Oh, man.
Listen, I liked his but this is also, I think, him recognizing that there really wasn't anybody on that team that could guard him.
Facts.
Okay. But I wish he would have that attitude more often. Because the best thing I saw about what he did tonight, outside of it adding up to a triple-double, there was no hesitation. I mean, how aggressive he was on the defensive end, making the right reads, jumping into the passing lanes, not hanging back, like very afraid to get up on the guy because he's afraid the guy's going to come by him. I just was in this. I'm not saying this one game is going to totally change everything, but I thought his body language was different. I thought how he played was different. It could be just because he, we talk about his basketball IQ. He's just smart enough to identify the fact that these guys aren't that good because so many of the starters are on the bench. This is a chance for me to really step up and play well. But at the same time, that's the attitude you got to have every night, regardless of who you're playing, because that's the first step into having a good night is having the right attitude and the right approach on how you play. So let's see what happens on Wednesday.
Thursday. They got a Thursday, Friday back-to-back.
So they're
at San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
So can he now start to build on this, or is this just a one-game sneak preview, right? A teaser. So I think that's the biggest thing is now how does he build on this? Because the interesting thing is, what we're not really talking about? It's occasionally mentioned, but we're not talking about this guy's got a contract coming up. We don't really talk about that very often.
We've delved in it.
We've mentioned it.
Keeps me up at night every night.
And that's when you embrace chill.
That's what's up.
4-time champion Will Perdue.
But it's not like usually when a guy's in a contract year, we're talking about every game like it's live and die.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to identify is what is this guy's true value? And not what is his true value to the league, but what is his true value to this team? Because of but that's the other thing we were talking about Friday about as a fan trying to understand what is the path that they plan on taking. Because what is it? We're sitting here saying, okay, what does the future look like? We don't know because it hasn't been shared with us or identified. So the question is that you would think that they wouldn't make a trade with the fact that maybe he's just going to walk. You make that trade with the thought of, this guy's part of our future. But it seems like that's all. I mean, even the fact that what we're talking about now of who's actually available for trade, it used to just be, Zach and Vooch. Now they've talked about Lonzo. Now they've talked about, they're willing to listen about anybody. There's not guys that they're shopping, but they're willing to listen because you never know what a team's willing to give up for a specific player. But what we don't know is because it hasn't been talked about, is where does this guy fit in the future? Because we don't know what the team's going to look like next year or 2 years from now. And you would think that they want to make an honest evaluation with the thought of bringing him in to sign him to a long-term contract. But the scary part is what do you assess his value at? Not the league, because there's 3 different values. There's the league's value, which means on average he should get. There's the team he plays for value. And then there's the scary, somebody could step up and offer him a big-ass contract. And then do the Bulls match?
No.
Yeah.
And it only takes one.
Yeah.
Listen, when you say this, everybody's like, oh, disrespect. But just in my time frame, the contract.
Yes.
That contract was made to screw over the other. So Atlanta took him from Detroit.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
That contract was made to put them in a position to where they had the match. And Detroit said, not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
And then Atlanta was stuck with him. Now, Koncak was a good player, but he was, we all wish we could have gotten that contract.
Facts.
But he was probably overpaid for what he did.
He was.
But you're never going to fault a guy for doing that. That's an agent doing a hell of a job.
Agreed.
But that's what I mean, though, is there's somebody out there that really likes him that's going to throw a boatload of money at him because what an opposing team looks at and sees could be different than what we see, what the Bulls see, because of, hey, if we take him and put him with what we have, the assets that we currently have, this kind of helps take away some of his weaknesses because of the strengths that all these players have. Now, with that being said, Matt Peck makes a very valid point that the team he came from was really good, and he still got exposed. But that's what the playoffs do, because the playoffs are when it really matters to what your specific strengths and weaknesses are, because your opponent will always find your weaknesses, your cracks, and they'll just chip away. And because of how the game has changed, his weaknesses were glaring against the Dallas Mavericks.
Man, you're good at this, Will Perdue.
So it could still make sense for Josh Giddey to be a big piece of the Bulls' future, so long as they don't want to win a playoff series. Is that what you just said?
If he doesn't get better, that's on him. That's on him.
Okay. We got to take our first quick break here on CHGO Bulls postgame. We will pick up that Giddey conversation. Obviously, of course, also talk Matas Buzelis. The Rook had a career-high night. Also, other side of the break, we got a big announcement for y'all.
Huge.
Big, fun, huge announcement.
Did you sign a new contract?
That's what it is.
Signed a Giddey deal.
I signed myself a big fat Giddey deal.
Giddey deal.
Giddy
Stick
up.
around. Hit the like button. Ads, then more.
Good God.
Tonight's show brought to you by our friends at Verilife. Are you looking for the perfect way to elevate your day? At Verilife Dispensary, they've got everything you need, from premium cannabis products to expert advice. Whether you're new to cannabis or a connoisseur, their knowledgeable bud tenders are here to help you make the perfect selections. With 8 convenient locations across the state of Illinois, discovering your perfect experience has never been easier. Verilife proudly offers a price match guarantee, ensuring you get the best value by matching local competitors' prices on eligible products. Don't miss out on their latest deals and exclusive offers only at Verilife Cannabis stores and online at Verilife. That's VERILIFE, Verilife.com. And here's the kicker. Mention promo code CHGO25, that's CHGO25, in-store, and receive 25% off one regular priced item. Restrictions apply. Check them out, Verilife, Verilife.com.
If a lot of you out there are looking at Matt Peck right now and saying, what looks different about him? He looks more awesome. He looks more mature, cooler than usual. Well, it's this shirt, ladies and gentlemen. That's that public rack right there.
It's a grown-up
He
shirt.
is rocking. He is grown, and you can be grown and sexy as well. Because whether you need clothes for the work week or formal outings on the weekend, Public Rec's Game Changer, baby, they got it, will be your new go-to. Whether it's the Game Changer pants or whether it's the Game Changer shirt or whether it's the Game Changer hoodie, they got you covered. Let's talk about those pants for a minute, because they are the most comfortable dress pants and the last pair you'll ever need for office or events. You hear what they said? Last pair you ever gonna need. Public Rec, they got you covered, man. They're a local company founded right here in Chicago. Public Rec truly captures the feeling of evenings in the city. Public Rec not only has the most comfortable pair of pants ever made in the history of pants kind, in many different styles, by the way, but they also have a huge selection of high-quality everyday fabrics. You can revamp your entire wardrobe with their perfect-fitting polos, shorts, and hoodies, and the T-shirts as well. Also, they come in waist and lip sizing for the perfect fit. So whatever your size is, let's say you are 32 by 32 or 40 by 30, however you are, they have pants that are essentially custom fitted for you without any tailoring. This is really cool. So stop suffering in the regular pants, y'all, and give the gift of comfort this holiday season. For a limited time only, our listeners get 20% off when you use the code CHGO at checkout. That's 20% off with the code CHGO at publicrec.com. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please, if you love us like you do, please support our show and tell them that we sent you, because we did. Give yourself or someone you love the gift of comfort this holiday. Public Rec.
Rolling along CHGO Bulls postgame. Hit that like button if you're hanging out with us. Throw us a super chat if you feel so inclined. There's a lot of Public Rec love. Matt looks really good in that shirt. Paul, actually, that shirt looks better than usual. Chloe Beer and the T-shirt has sleeves. Matt must be going to a wedding after the show. Fair. Fantasy saying it makes Matt look like he can bench 225, 25 reps. He says, I appreciate that. I guarantee you I cannot.
Let's find out. Let me say something quick about Giddey before we get to what we really want to get
Please
into
do.
right here. Oh, and shout out to Trick Daddy Dex 64. That's the young man I met.
Trick Daddy Dex.
He's the one I met.
Shout out to
that was
you.
there. He pulled out his phone and showed me that open picture on my phone to let me know it was him, man. So, yo, shout out to Taylor, man. It was great meeting you, my friend. Great meeting you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Josh Giddey, I'm never gonna poo-poo a triple-double. I like triple-doubles. I think they're very hard to do in the NBA. So shout out to him for getting that against the Nets and knowing the competition that he was playing against. And like you said, Will, attacking those guys, that's something you want to see him do more of, is attacking and attacking and attacking. It's what I watched him do over the summer when he was playing for Australia. As soon as he get the ball, he was gone. And he was attacking. Didn't matter who was in front of him or anything like that. So I appreciated seeing that from him tonight. That was really cool. The rebounds are great. The assists are even better because the Bulls, want them to be a running team. You want to see them get out and run. Will, I'm with you in what you say. Like for me, it only takes one GM. Just one GM to believe in you and to tell you, you know what? Here, take this money. You're great. You'll fit right in with what we're doing. Where it comes down to Josh Giddey is where does he feel like he fits and where he's going to be the most comfortable. Because he's going to get a check from somebody, whether it's really big or really, regular, whatever regular is for a dude that is that kind of talented. But where is his best fit? Where does he feel he will fit and not be benched again like he was on a team like OKC? Does he fit here with the Bulls? I think so, depending on the team that they have and the guys that they can move and get rid of, sure. Do I want to pay him all that money to get him? Absolutely not. So will he cut the Bulls a deal? Will he cut them a deal because he may be more comfortable here and knowing that the ball is going to constantly be in his hands and knowing that he can run the offense and do things like that? I don't know. That's something that they'll decide, later down the line. But as far as tonight, if we continue to see this Josh Giddey, that's great because this is the Giddey that I know. The 1 for 7 is the Giddey that I know. The one who was shooting 50% from three is the one I had no clue about at all. But yeah, I thought he played very well. He's going to get a check from somebody, but again, correct. It's just about who is going to pay him what he feels he should have. But for me, it's more about the comfort and the fit of whatever team he kind of goes to.
Listen, he's going to get paid regardless.
Yeah, he's going to get a check.
What he has to decide is though, where can he go that's the best fit for him.
Yeah.
So he can display his skill set.
Sure.
Okay. And I think he wants to be in a position where the ball is in his hands a lot so he can make those necessary decisions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As Matt pointed out, he got sloppy, 5 turnovers. Okay. But Zach's not the best ball handler either.
He is not.
Okay.
No, we got a lot of bad ball handlers.
But I think that if
setting the court on fire,
if what they try to accomplish happens, okay, and they get it, they're able to trade Zach, and they're able to trade Vooch.
Yeah,
that to me makes Giddey that much more important because of his passing skill set.
Mm.
Because if they can accomplish what it is they want to accomplish, then they will pay Giddey because he then fills a role that they no longer have.
Sure.
All right?
True.
Meaning he's not the point guard, but I honestly feel like that with the ball in Giddey's hands, that actually makes, in my opinion, Kobe even a more deadly shooter.
Because he's a catch and shoot, makes him into that?
Because he's now a catch and shoot type guy.
Okay.
I could see Kobe, if he wasn't a point guard, which, he has proven that he can do. I'm not saying he's a great point guard and not an all-star type point guard. I think he's the guy that's actually he's actually built better off to play off the ball. Could be a Hersey Hawkins type player. Okay, because he's the same size, but just Hersey's ability to move without the basketball.
Yeah, man.
And
it was pure.
It's kind of like has some Steph Curry comparisons because of the fact of the activity without the basketball.
I understand.
And then all of a sudden you put that ball in Giddey's hands and you run a couple single-double screens for Kobe. I mean, nobody really runs that type of offense anymore. But just depending on who you have, I mean, what Giddey's proven to me is that he can see whether a guy is going to come open or not. He can almost perceive what's about to happen and put a pass where most guys can't, right? And especially with a guy that can catch and shoot as quickly as Kobe can, before the defense can react even when there's a switch. I think that just increases the number of options you have offensively. Does it hurt you defensively? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
without a doubt,
how many true two-way guys are there?
As far as point guards, you're saying?
I'm talking about
in general. NBA
in general.
Okay. If we're gonna name them, they're gonna be really excellent.
Okay. Well, there's a difference between saying, well, how many two-way guys are there in the league, really? Because some guys are known as elite players in both directions, offensively and defensively, and then some players who are like, hey, I got great offensive skill set, and I can hold my own on defense. Or Alex Caruso, for example, elite player defensively, can maybe give you a few things on offense depending on the night.
Woozy Wazzy.
Josh Giddey is a player with a limited offensive skill set for today's NBA, and is a glaring oh my God player on the defensive end. I think that's different than asking how many, two-way players really are there in the NBA. I'm sorry.
No, that was a good glaring. Oh my God. But he's right. That is absolutely right. Giddey is horrific defensively. He's terrible. He's really, really bad.
I've been holding my tongue so long in this conversation.
How old is Giddey?
I know. I can tell. It's been fun.
How old is Giddey? I don't know. A number of years that starts with 20.
22, 23.
Yeah, so he's still got the ability to get better. Listen.
He's like Pat Williams.
I mean, we can
look what I'm doing. Come on, I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna get it out of him, man. Come on, Will. I'm gonna get it out of him. It's the ring. It's the ring, man. All right, the ring. The power I feel.
But it's a very similar argument. What do we all agree with? Zach's an all-star.
Yeah.
But he's not elite.
No.
Yeah. How does Zach become elite?
Being a better two-way player.
Bingo. There's different levels of defense.
Mm-hmm.
There's elite, which we all feel like that Zach has the skill set, but you got to have the desire and the want to.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys have a fear that if they really exert themselves on defense, it's going to hurt what they do offensively. And that's okay, because I've always said that if instead of averaging 25 and you average 20 and you become elite defensively, all of a sudden you're a top 10 player in the league.
Mm.
And what's the one thing that every player, whether they actually understand this or not, really want? It's not the contract. They want respect.
Okay.
So when you walk in a room, everybody's like, oh, that's a badass right there.
True.
Especially when you walk in a room of your peers.
True.
Not when you walk in a room and people are like, that dude can score.
And that's it.
But I can go right back at him.
Mm.
You want to be able to walk in a room and be like, yo, careful, man. That guy will lock you up.
Yeah. Is that how Giddey feels when he walks in the room, man? Do you feel that way with him?
Just laughing at Connor in the comments saying Peck wakes up in a cold sweat every night thinking about Giddey's pick and roll defense.
Yes,
I do.
Yes, he does.
Chicago Bulls all day in the comments earlier said, how can you look at Giddey after this and say he's not with it? I don't know if you meant not worth it or with it isn't like, yo, he's with it. Like, he's what the Bulls should be doing.
He's what's happening.
Yeah. And Paul in the comments saying, Giddey had a triple-double tonight, but his plus-minus was great as well. Well, quick check on that. Vooch plus 29, Zach LaVine plus 25, Ayo plus 24 are your three high-performing starters.
That's pretty good.
Everybody agree that Julian Phillips had kind of a dud night tonight, his first career start?
Kind of a dud.
Kind of a dud night for Julian Phillips. He was a plus 9. Giddey was a plus 7. And I know that plus minus is kind of a weird stat at times. It can be a little wonky. It can be a little misleading. But when 3 of your 5 starters are in the plus mid to high 20s, and a guy we're celebrating for having his first Bulls triple-double managed a plus 7, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
There it is. Again, this is
on the nights when he shines and does Josh Giddey things like triple-doubles against the not quite G League Brooklyn Nets, by the way. Oh, let's carve up that not even G League defense we just played against and throw flower petals at his freaking feet. What are we talking about?
Let it go, Matt. Let it flow through you.
We're talking about he's flawed.
On a more positive note, Matt, do we have something really exciting to promote for all our lovely fans?
Oh, how about on a positive note? I officially owe Matt Peck dinner.
That's right.
That's true.
I owe Dosunmu 16 points.
There's his joy.
Came up a little shy.
Just a little shy.
Yeah. But Matt Peck, Io Dosunmu came up short, but he was a plus 24.
Yeah, there you go.
So he had a damn good night.
I'm not having sleepless
Stick that in your chill
sweat
and drink
fever
it.
dreams, contemplating giving Io $25 to $30 million a year. You know what else Io does? Play defense.
Giddey's not getting 25 to 30 million a year.
He better freaking not from the Bulls is my point.
Oh, my God. He's going to stick that in your chin and drink it. This is the best.
I just,
This is the best. Let's take this.
Hey, let me hold on. I got a real quick question.
Real quick.
Can you actually get a hernia from not lifting heavy weights?
I'm testing that theory real hard, Will. Every day as a Bulls fan, I feel like I'm juggling 8 different hernias all at once.
That does not sound fun at all. What a tough day.
This has been my vibe for the last decade.
8 hernias is your vibe.
How come Peck's not at work? Right now he's got 3 hernias.
Juggling hernias.
He can't get off his living room floor.
We got to take our second break here. When we come back from that, I promise we have a fun announcement for y'all.
It's true.
We will hear from Will to go Gottlieb live from the United Center. Hit that like button. Do it for your hernia.
Do it for the ring. Do it for your hernia.
Tonight's show brought to you by, speaking of needing to choose chill, Coors Light. Between work, social media, Josh Giddey contract talk, and all the difficult choices life throws our way.
Bulls win?
It's no wonder we get a little worked up sometimes. And by we.
Right. Ain't no French Bulls TV here.
I hope that defrost works in his car on the way home.
Coors Light celebrates rising above those moments of stress and choosing a chill mindset. And then, after that, choosing an icy cold Coors Light. Why not turn the Rain Out Barbecue into a karaoke house party? Hosted by Will to Go and Will Perdue, but hosted at Big Dave's house. You missed that in pregame if you didn't
get the
tune
password.
Or after a tough loss, settle the score with an ice cold peace offering. Make the choice to choose chill, then reach for a Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment, y'all. When the mountains turn blue on that can or bottle, you know the beer inside is cold as the Rockies and ready to drink. Woo. It's cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. So make the most of the times you choose chill and choose Coors Light. You can also get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart. Just go to CoorsLight.com/CHGO Basketball. That's CoorsLight.com/CHGO Basketball. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Oh, y'all are funny in the comments, man. We are sponsored by Chicago Sports Network, the new home for the Blackhawks, Bulls, and White Sox games. CHSN will broadcast more than 300 live games per year across the Blackhawks, Bulls, and White Sox, and will feature a full lineup of original Chicago-focused sports content. They are Chicago-based, they are Chicago-built, and they are Chicago to the bone. And they're bringing it to every corner of Chicago across our beautiful 77 neighborhoods and beyond. At CHSN, Chicago comes first. Visit CHSN.com for more info on how to watch Bulls, Hawks, and Sox games all season long. And after you watch those games, make sure you come here to watch the postgame shows for all 3 of those teams right here on CHGO.
Rolling along, CHGO Bulls postgame, hanging out with y'all on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hit that like button if you haven't done it yet. Fantasy Cast saying, I want to whisper in Matt's ear, Giddey, 3 years, $90 million. and then throw him into a Packers bar. Oh, the rage. Oh, the bloodshed.
I love choose a chill mindset. Like me.
That's what I'm saying. That's when you need to choose chill.
Oh, my God.
When you're getting yourself all worked up.
Y'all are so funny, man. Oh, my goodness.
Sarah, what should we do? Should we bring in the GOAT? Should we make the announcement and then bring in GOAT?
Bring in the GOAT.
Let's do the announcement first.
Yeah,
okay.
And then let's bring in Will.
Let's do it.
Right.
Some of y'all have been asking us on Twitter, in Discord, wherever, in the comments, CHGO Bulls Takeover. When's it happening? When's the first one? What's going on? Well, we have your answer. We are doing a big time CHGO Bulls Takeover. Check the date, check the opponent, check the occasion, y'all. It is one of our new line of ALLCITY top shelf events. We are doing a CHGO Bulls Takeover on Derrick Rose's retirement night at the United Center, January 4th. Bulls, Knicks, Tibbs in town. And we are doing it in a sweet
flex.
Sweet, y'all.
Oh,
living that sweet life.
Look, man, it's in the suite. All you can eat, all you can drink in the suite with us, and Will Perdue will be there too, and maybe bringing some of the rings. Who knows? But doing it on Derrick Rose night, which will be the biggest night in Chicago to that point. I'm telling you, because the year is just starting. That's going to be the biggest night. Everybody is going to be there. Everybody wants tickets to this right here, man. And we are giving y'all the opportunity not only to come and watch that incredible night and that incredible tribute to an incredible person, an incredible player, but to do it with us and to hang out with us and to watch it. I can't wait to hang out with y'all, to see this. I can't wait to see Derrick Rose and all his ex-teammates. You know they're going to be there. Like Matt said, it's happening against the Knicks, so Tibbs is definitely going to be in the building for that. That is going to be an incredible night in Chicago, and we can't wait to share that with y'all, man. So come hang out with us. Come watch with us in the suite. For the people who like, man, I've always wanted to go to a suite, but I don't know nobody. Well, we are your connect. We got you right here, man, and we got you for the biggest night in Chicago, January 4th. Come hang out with us, y'all.
Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. Uncle Will's going to be there.
He going to be there.
Hanging out.
Right there.
Living that sweet life always.
Fly out. This what the sweet life gets.
And right now we are still for another few hours into tomorrow morning running our 36 for 36 deal. $36 to sign up to become a CHGO diehard for these 36 hours that we're running this promo.
Mm-hmm.
Do it now. Guess what? CHGO diehards get a significant discount on this CHGO Bulls Derrick Rose Night Takeover event in the suite.
Yes.
Why not sign up for an all-time low price to become a CHGO diehard for a year membership and then use that membership to get a discount on hanging out with us and your fellow Bulls fans on D Rose Night?
Yeah. Ooh,
simple.
Night.
That's just simple math and simple logic right there.
Sell your tickets, Paul. He said he got to sell his tickets. Sell them. Sell them. Do this. Do this instead, sir. Be in the suite. Come hang out.
Connor said, can't wait for that Giddey triple-double on D Rose Night. We got to let it go, y'all. We got to let it go.
Woosah.
Okay, now let us bring in the other Will, the coiffed one.
Quaff.
Sarah, if you please.
Quaff.
That's where it's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Joining us on that Go Talk hotline from the United Center, it's the one and only Will Gottlieb. He's the GOAT. He's perfectly coiffed. Follow him for his Bulls reporting. Will_Gottlieb. Read his stuff, allchgo.com. PK in the comments just asked, when do we cover Buzelis? We haven't actually even gotten to Matas yet, if you can believe that, Will. We've been talking about Josh Giddey's triple-double for a half hour.
You can tell how excited he is, can't you?
Talk to me about how great Matas looked tonight. Please, GOAT, for the love of God.
Wait, I'm sorry. Before we talk about that, I saw Dave like 2 hours ago, and in the time between then and now, he's acquired a pinky ring. What's going on here, Dave?
You better know it. Hey, Will, this is not just a pinky ring. This is the 1993 three-peat Bulls championship ring, sir. I walked over here. It was just sitting here waiting for me. Shout out Will Perdue. This ain't coming off until the end of the show when Will is going to have to take this back.
I'm so happy for you right now.
Will, the power that is flowing.
How much power you feel you have.
Oh, God. It's out of control right now.
And it looks great on you. It does.
Thank you very much, Go. Appreciate you, sir.
What was the question again? I got distracted by all the sparkles and diamonds.
I said, give me your takes, and did you all get a chance to talk to him after the game? If so, what did he say about the breakout career night from the Rook, Matas Buzelis, career high 20 points?
Yeah, he was great. I think pregame we talked to Billy a little bit about like earning your minutes and his kind of mentality and thought process behind, the debate that we've been having all year, which is like, this guy's the 11th overall pick. He's clearly part of the future. Like, play him 25, 30 minutes a night. What are we doing here? And Billy just simply does not believe in that. He really feels like you have to earn that. You have to be accountable for the minutes that you do have. And, we talked about this during the Celtics game. There was a play where he got stuck on a screen and Tatum just hit a wide open three, and it was a close game, and that kind of extended the lead, and Billy took him out after that. And I feel like those are the kind of moments where, it's different. Billy said this too. It's different guarding, Jalen Wilson or, whoever else was on the Nets, and I don't even know because it was a G League team, compared to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. That's a big difference. And so for him to bounce back from that game, obviously not the greatest competition in the world that he's going to play against tonight, but you have to appreciate the way that he got himself back into the game, was super aggressive, obviously was making his shots, but even beside that, I think his defense really stood out. He had a couple of nice blocks. He was rebounding it well. He was moving his feet. There was a play that Billy described later in the game where he had a block on Drake Whitehead where he really closed out, and it was like a hard closeout that prevented him from shooting, but he gave him enough space to, force him into attacking off the dribble. But he stayed with him, he contained, and he got a block on the drive. So I think those are the kind of things that get you excited about Matas' potential, like that length, that athleticism, the ability to impact the game in multiple different ways. I think you started to see some of that tonight, and obviously, hitting your threes doesn't hurt. So I think it's going to be a process. Matas knows that. Billy has talked about it many times, but every time we hear from Matas, it's always about, yeah, I think I played well tonight, but like I just got to keep getting better, got to keep progressing, and as I get more comfortable, as I get more minutes, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Will, let me talk to you about somebody we haven't touched on yet, and that's Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey dropped the triple-double tonight, the 20 points, the 13 rebounds, 11 assists. Wait till you see Matt's face. That was the best. It was so worth it. Oh, the ring! Just wanted to know your feelings on this game tonight. We know he dropped the triple-double, but clearly playing against an inferior opponent. Is that what you kind of more attribute it to? Or is it, hey, Josh Giddey, this is kind of the game that he has and we should be expecting going forward?
Maybe a little bit of both. I mean, certainly, like, this is not the Celtics that they played last game, so that helps and allows him to be on the floor. Obviously, you're up 25 for the whole second half. That allows you to not, like, be benched for defensive purposes. So that's what allows him, I think, to be able to impact the game, right? When there's no concern about, like, are our teams just not going to guard you, and now we're playing 4 and 5, or are we going to be picking on you every single time, and now we can't have you on the court anymore? And so I think this has really always been the question about Giddey. There's no doubt that he is an incredibly skilled and talented player. He's an incredible passer, moves the ball up the court in transition. He finds his teammates. He was finishing well. I think he was 7 of 8 on twos tonight. He got to the free throw line, didn't hit his shots, but like he was impacting the game in a huge way. Obviously, the triple doubles, we've talked about like how much value there is in those, but like obviously he had a huge impact on the way that not only he played tonight, but the way the whole team played, and had a huge impact on their 25-point win. At the same point, I don't really know that this like answers any questions about like long term. If you're playing in the NBA Finals, like, can you have him out there? And like that's just not a question you're not going to be able to answer that question in one game. So I think the Bulls were wise not to extend him because they obviously couldn't get a really team friendly deal, and now they have this whole year to evaluate what his position is and how he plays and how he fits in with some of the other young players, and whether this is a guy that they want to invest in. But clearly, we have not seen the best of Josh Giddey yet this season. I think we can all agree on that. Like, he's had some good moments, but like this was probably like the best of Josh Giddey in terms of his ability to impact the game with points, rebounds, assists, in transition, getting downhill, getting to the rim, finishing, creating shots for himself and others. So I think this is kind of like the opposite end of the spectrum of some of those really poor games that we discussed, a couple weeks ago when he was getting pulled against the Cavs and he'd get isolated against, and that was it. So I think it's a nice reminder that there is this opposite side of the spectrum, but we can also, observe and watch this game without having to come to any major conclusions about what it means long term, because it's just one data point.
Hey, Will, you mentioned regarding Matas, you asked, maybe not you, but somebody asked Billy about the specifics on how you earn your minutes. Can you elaborate on that a little more?
Yeah, I mean, he mentioned a couple of times, both in today's press conference before the game and also just throughout the course of training camp and early on in the season, about understanding how to, come back from adversity. And I think he brought up the Celtics game where he got 5 minutes in and that was it. So he didn't get to play again. And like, how do you bounce back from that? Are you able to do that without, making us think about minutes or what your role is? And that's something that Josh Giddey also pointed out about, why he's impressed with the way that Matas has handled things. But I think it's also just like getting yourself into a weightlifting routine, making sure that you're on the right diet, that you're not, double fisting chicken parms before games, making sure that, your approach and your process for watching game tape and coming in for shoot around and all that stuff. Like, there's so many, I feel like a lot of people who are more casual fans of the NBA or just, diehard fans of the NBA just don't know how much time and how much energy and how much of the day these guys are working. And they're showing up early in the morning, they're getting their shots up, they're doing practice or shoot around, they go home, they watch more film, they, have to get a weight lift in, and they come back to the game so it's like there's so much that goes into, I'm speaking to Will Perdue here, is obviously doing it for a whole career, but I just think a lot of people don't understand, and I certainly don't understand the full, amount of work that goes into how these guys get to where they are, like the top of the top. And I think that was why it was so great to have DeMar DeRozan here, because he was one of those guys that put in the work to keep his body performing at the highest level into his mid-30s. And I think that's just a process that it's going to take a little while for Matas to learn. And then on top of that, what I said before about Billy just not really believing in this concept of he mentioned the term free candy today. Like, he's not going to just give these guys free candy and let them play 25 minutes. Like, they have to be productive in their minutes. They have to be accountable for their minutes, and they have to earn those minutes. They can't just give them to them. So it's a balance of making sure that you get on the floor because you need to be on the floor to develop, but also putting in all the work behind the scenes, doing everything that you need to do on a daily basis, and then performing obviously in the game in order to continue to earn and gain more minutes.
Goat, we got to let you go because we got to get to an ad break. You got to finish writing, but just real quick, update on Kobe White, who was a late scratch tonight with the ankle, and who is your Goon of the Night?
Yeah, Kobe does not sound like it was a big deal. I think he just tweaked it the other night against Boston, and I think it was more preventative than anything. They've got a couple of days off here now before their next game, so just extend that breakout. I would not expect it to be a long-term thing. Goon of the Night, I'm going to go – it's got to be either Matas or Giddey, but I'll go with Matas. I mean, 20 points, had a couple of nice dunks. I love the aggression that he's playing with and just getting shots up, not hesitating with his jumper, and then the rim protection stuff, I think, is maybe what I'm most excited about with him as a prospect, his ability to move his feet, contain, and then still impact, opponent shots at the rim. So big fan of what Matas did tonight. He's my Goon of the Night.
Love it. Appreciate you, Goat. Appreciate the insights and the time. AllCHGO.com is where you can find Will's reporting and writing on the Bulls. Will_Gottlieb is where you can follow him on that Twitter machine. Goat.
Come on, Goat.
We'll see you tomorrow, buddy. One more quick break here on CHGO Bulls Postgame. We'll come back to wrap things up and find out who the Empire Today Goon of the Night is. Hit that like while we share some ads. Oh, my God.
So much fun.
Will end you.
It'll be worth it. I got the ring on. Will Perdue. What time is it?
Game time.
Who? Yeah. Game Time has got a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live easier than ever. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. The curation makes it easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and so many more live events. Of course, they've got that all-in pricing. Of course, they got that lowest price guarantee. Of course, they got that Game Time ticket coverage, but they got the Matt Peck and Big Dave favorite, seat views. Where can we stretch out the gams? Where can we put our hands up and say, bring me beers? Is there a bathroom behind us? Who is in front of us? We need to know all of these things. Seat views are very important. So take the guesswork. Good effort. Oh, no, we also. Take the guesswork. How to find tickets.
Anything but the
with
salad.
Game Time Picks. It's all right, sir. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. Use that code CHGO. Get yourself $20 off your first purchase.
Terms apply. Terms apply.
Oh, that's CHGO. Get yourself $20 off your first purchase.
Terms apply. Terms apply.
Download on Game Time today. Because Matt Peck. What time is it?
Give it up. You should have Sarah's face. She was so offended.
About the scar coming.
So I was just trying to kick my feet up to help Dave's ad read. Trying to give the visual experience of what he was talking about.
Anything but the salad.
And my sneaker accidentally caught
Yeah.
and pulled it. She looked at me like I had killed one of her children.
Yeah, she gave you the Sarah Bear stare. Nobody can survive the Sarah Bear stare. You're going down, sir. That's how it goes.
Oh, Lordy. Hey, we're also brought to you by Prize Picks.
Yes. Prize Picks.
Prize Picks.
Mm-hmm.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. You can run your game all season long with Prize Picks.
Mm-hmm.
Prize Picks also is the only real DFS platform with an injury insurance policy, so your lineups stay in play even if one of your players leaves with an injury. If your player leaves in the first half, doesn't return in the second, Prize Picks will keep the rest of your lineup alive and remove that injured player from your lineup.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Getting my money out of Prize Picks is also easy. One of my favorite things about it. They put their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I get my money out in as quick as 15 minutes. Prize Picks now offers Venmo. Hello! Easy deposits and withdrawals into your accounts this sports season. Do it on Venmo. So easy.
Oh.
Plus, you're going to get $50. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code CHGO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code CHGO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Doesn't even matter if that $5 lineup hits or misses. You're getting that extra $50 either way. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Run it.
Run it. Run it like the Bulls. Fastest paced offense in the league. In the league.
That's right. We're going to get Will Perdue to say terms apply one day. You're going to hit him with the terms apply. Get his voice get up here. Terms apply.
Terms apply.
Hit me with it, Sam Bear.
Be the man! You gotta beat the man! Now! I'm the man.
Goon of the Night. Brought to you by Empire Today, because all they do is floors, no matter what. 588 2300. Sam Bear.
Empire Today.
Boom.
Damn.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's 3 for 3. Just pointing that out. Oh, she gonna get it. Miss you, Katie. See you soon. This is the belt. That's what it is. This is the gold that's with it on the finger. You don't get that one, but you get the Goon of the Night belt. Will Perdue, I'm going to start with you. That rhymed. Who is your Goon of the Night?
Well, just to really piss off Peck,
Oh, God.
It's so much fun, isn't it?
I'm going to go with tonight's winner of the Dunkin' Donuts race.
Who was it? I don't even know who won.
Matt's favorite.
Oh, Ice Cuppy won?
Ice Cup. won.
Man, this is the best. Pow! I'm ready. I'm ready when you get me, Sarah. I'm ready. Come on. Oh, this is the best. So Ice Cuppy wins your Goon of the Night for winning the Dunkin' Donuts race.
Came from behind. Looked like Biggie Bagel was going to win. Took it tight on the last turn to win. But actually, I'm gonna
away with it.
I'm gonna go with
We're waiting.
This is
Will.
killing me.
Modest. He went with Modest.
I'm so glad I didn't have to get up and storm off the set right now.
I thought you were going to say get up and choke Will Perdue. What are you doing? What are you doing today? Don't do this. Oh, my goodness. Modest. I like how you said that. Modest. Sarah, coming to you. Yeah.
whoa.
Who is your Goon of the Night?
Will Perdue, because he brought in brownies and cookies from the, what were you guys in, the Sweets? Where'd you
Demo
say?
Club,
Or,
shout
yeah,
out.
Yeah, he brought
My second home.
yeah, brownies and cookies, and I really needed a sweet treat at the time because
You needed a little push to get past it.
I like how, Sarah, you're like, yes, Will Perdue gets Good of the Night for bringing in cookies and brownies while Big Dave is wearing one of his championship rings on his finger right now. If you're talking about things Uncle Will brought to the office.
hey, what can I say?
It's
that
what's important to her.
category.
You got to have priorities.
That's right.
Priorities.
That's
You,
right.
you can't eat a championship ring. I suppose that, I mean, you could. You shouldn't.
You shouldn't, but you can look fly in it. Oh, look at it! Pow! Matt Peck, pointing to you with the pinky. Who is your Goon of the Night?
We don't even have to ask.
Better
him.
be careful with that thing.
Oh,
Gee, let me think. I wonder if it's Matas Buzelis. Career high 20 from the Rook on, let's see, 7 of 10 from the field.
pretty good.
4 of 5 letting it fly from 3-point land.
what was the plus minus?
Oh, that's my favorite part, Big Dave. Thank you so much for
You're so welcome.
asking.
You're so welcome.
Because,
Here we go.
applause. Josh Giddey's first Bulls triple-double.
I know my guy.
He played 32 minutes tonight and managed a +7. In 10 fewer minutes, a.k.a. 22 minutes off the bench, Matas Buzelis, my guy, was a +17. Go to the night. I know that Purdue asked, go briefly about the whole like Billy and earning minutes thing that we've talked about with Matas. If tonight is not the definition of Matas Buzelis earning more minutes, I don't know what the F is. Play the damn kid. Oh, Giddey was a +7.
Why did Giddey catch strays? Like, damn.
You asked me what his plus minus was. And I was more pleased than ever to point out the fact that in 10 fewer minutes off the bench, Matas had a better game score plus minus wise than Josh Giddey by 10.
But Giddey had a triple-double.
Oh, my. Ugh.
You know what Peck reminds me
So
of?
easy.
You know what he reminds me of?
Who's that?
That guy that wins the lottery and is like, damn it, now I got to pay all those taxes.
Doesn't like it.
Hey, there's only one lottery I care about winning right now, Uncle Will.
That's fair.
And it is the NBA draft lottery of 2025.
That is very fair.
To give Matas somebody to run with.
Shout out,
For
Mario.
the love of God.
Mario said, did
Mario.
the Bulls win tonight?
Welcome to Bulls Postgame.
Oh, man. Matt Peck is a national treasure. Ladies and gentlemen, Goon of the Night goes to, almost went to the pinky ring. It really did. Almost went there. It almost went there. But obviously, Goon of the Night goes to Matas Buzelis.
Oh.
Like, how could it not? How could it not go to Matas Buzelis? You saw the amazing things he did out there on the floor. You saw the dunk, the way he runs the floor. I love watching him in transition, Will. It's my favorite thing about Matas' game is he gets out on the floor. Whether he makes the block, whether he gets the rebound, he is running. He is getting down the floor because he either wants to help or he wants to score. Either way. And I love him. He's the same way on defense as well. He will get back for that block. But we saw the whole entire repertoire. Shout out Marv Albert. We saw the repertoire tonight from Matas Buzelis. 3-point shooting, scoring inside, the dunks, the block. You saw it all from Matas tonight, sir. This is well-earned and well-deserved. Shout out to you for winning Goon of the Night.
Love it. Love it.
Look at it.
No, wait, was that a clean sweep on nominations?
Yes.
Well, she got Will Perdue. Who?
Oh, that's right.
That's
Sarah threw a Purdue in there.
Yeah. I almost was Eco Bean. You know what I mean? I almost did go kind of left field because I almost went to the ring. We almost went there.
For the first time, an inanimate object
right.
wins Goon of the Night.
Exactly.
It's like that Simpsons episode where it's everybody gets a turn to be Employee of the Month and Homer has never gotten it.
Oh, and the rod?
And they instead award it to a carbon rod.
Oh, my God. Yes. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, man. No, Goon of the Night, Matas was outstanding. It was so much fun watching him play. And it didn't feel like fluke stuff, you know? Like, oh, look at him. He's just having the game of his life. No, it looked like something I should be coming to expect from him when he's out there on the floor.
Yeah.
I've seen him do all of those things that I just mentioned. I've seen him do all, but now we're just watching it kind of click and come together. And that's when the points start getting scored. That's when the threes start getting made. And that's when everything starts looking smoother out there on the floor. And I loved watching it, man. It was great seeing Matas have this kind of game. I don't care if it was against the Brooklyn Nets. Him coming off the bench and getting these minutes and doing this was important.
Well said. Can't wait for more Matas minutes.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Heck, throw him in the starting lineup on Thursday if you want to.
Do it.
We are just about out of time and just about out of here. One more reminder to hit that like button if you haven't done it yet on your way out. Make sure you also subscribe to that CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. We appreciate you.
You gonna do it?
What?
What was Matt Peck's plus minus tonight?
I'm plus 1 million every night, Will.
Negative 600. Like, yo, I can't call a plus means positive. It's hard for me to throw that in there with you just going in like that. But your game was on point.
I'm living my life plus 1 million all the time.
It was a bunch of rebounds. I don't know if he scored, but he got a bunch of rebounds, man, and about 5 fouls. Like, hey, man. It's hard to be hard. You got to have him on the squad. You have to have him on the team. You're going to win games if you got Matt Peck on the squad, man. He going to get them 20 rebounds.
Hate to play against him. Love to have him as a teammate.
That's a fact. So I keep him on the squad, Will. Somebody got to do the dirty work.
He's
find
like
it in the comments. You can find it on the CHGO events section. D-Rose Night. Check it out.
Check it out, y'all. Takeover.
Come hang out with us in the suite.
Woo!
In the suite, y'all.
Shout out. That's Joey Spathis in the photo. Shout out
Hey,
to
shout out Spathis in the photo. Also, quick shout out to Prison Mike with the super chat saying, cue the royal fanfare for big modest minutes. And Paul with a $10 super chat saying, once I get my martini ready, can Peck announce the Goon of the Night? I never announce the Goon of the Night. That's Big Dave's job.
Yeah. That's what I do, man. It's the ring.
I shouted about it.
Yes, he did. He shouted very well. Go ahead, Will. You were saying something, sir.
He's the kind of he's like Lambeer.
Whoa.
If he's not on your team, you hate him.
Whoa.
But if he's on your team, you love him.
Yeah. Matt Peck,
Bill
Lambeer vibes?
My immediate thought was to take offense to that as a diehard Bulls fan. But like, I'm not a dirty player. I've never been a dirty player.
That's true.
I'm a sore loser and a sore winner.
Yes, he is.
But I'm not a dirty player.
I can attest to both.
I wasn't using that as a dirty player analogy. I was just saying when he's on your team, you love him, and then when he gets traded, you hate him.
Yeah.
Sounds
about right.
So when Peck ends up in Denver next year,
they're gonna trade him back.
Hey man,
they're not ready for that.
When Dave and I were hanging out there for the first 2 games of the NBA Finals last year, that didn't seem like such a tough gig.
Yeah. It's like, what? Y'all win?
You guys are allowed to have fun watching your basketball team?
Is this a club?
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
This, man?
Oh, my ulcer.
They bring you beers? Like, this is the best.
All right, we're going to get out of here. We are back tomorrow with a live episode for y'all, 5:30 Central Time. I feel like we should talk about these trade rumors because there's a lot of them going on.
We can get into them. Got no problem with it.
Whatever y'all want to talk about, too, hit us up. AllCHGO.com is where you can find Will's stuff. Follow us, CHGO_Bulls. I'm Bulls_Peck. That's Big Day Bow. BWL Sports. He's wearing a championship ring of Uncle Will Perdue, man of the middle. Will_Perdue 32. Shout out and thanks to the one and only Sarah Bear on the controls. We will talk to y'all tomorrow at 5:30 Central.
Is this her last game?
No. Well, game? Yes, maybe, because we don't play again until Thursday. But you're with us tomorrow for a pod? No?
I'm back on Wednesday.
I think we actually got Nate on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nate Dogg in the house?
Yeah.
Oh,
so this is your last show with us for a while?
Wednesday. She said Wednesday.
Wednesday.
No, we're off Wednesday.
Oh, you're right. We are off Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, this is my last one then. Oh, well, it was fun. That was great.
Sarah Bear, you are awesome.
That was
you
great.
have been great.
Shout out to Sarah for holding it down.
You have done a wonderful, amazing job.
Always a pleasure.
Wonderful, amazing job.
Always a pleasure.
Very proud of you.
Have a great night, Bulls Nation. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See you. Be good.
Hug your family, y'all. Peace. Love.
We all silly like the mayor.